Hello, my dedicated English learners. Welcome back to our channel. Before we start this game-changing lesson, I want to say something from my heart. I upload new videos to our channel every day for you to learn and grow. Don't forget to support me so I can continue doing this. You can help me see our channel in front of more people by subscribing, becoming a member, liking, and commenting on each of my videos. Please don't forget to do these. Thank you so much. Now, let's talk about a method that will transform your English in just 30 days. Let me tell you a true story. I have a student named Maria who studied English for 3 years. She knew all the grammar rules. She had a vocabulary of over 3,000 words. Her test scores were excellent. But when she went to a coffee shop and tried to understand the barista speaking quickly, she froze. She couldn't understand anything. The barista was speaking normal, natural English, but it sounded like noise to Maria. Does this sound familiar? Teaching note: this is one of the most common problems. Understanding textbooks, but not real conversations. Today, I'm going to teach you a revolutionary method, the 30-day listening challenge. This isn't theory. This isn't complicated. It's a simple system that has helped thousands of students finally understand real English conversations. The problem? Traditional learning focuses on reading and grammar. Your ears aren't trained. The solution? 30 days of active listening to authentic English. The result? You'll understand real conversations, speak more naturally, and feel confident. What we'll cover today: why traditional methods fail for listening, the 30-day method explained, active listening techniques, the listening-speaking connection, your complete 30-day action plan. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Ready to transform your English? Let's begin.
First, let's understand why you can read English but can't understand conversations. The textbook trap. Most English courses focus on grammar rules, vocabulary lists, written exercises, slow, clear audio recordings. The problem? Real life is nothing like this. Real English conversations are fast, use slang and idioms, have unclear pronunciation, include interruptions and filler words, and have different accents. Key vocabulary: the learning problem. Authentic means real, genuine, not created for learning. Comprehension: understanding what you hear. Natural speech: how people really talk. Context: the situation and background information. Exposure: contact with something over time. Teaching note: authentic means real English from real situations, not simplified for learners. Comparing the two approaches. Textbook English: hello, how are you today? I am fine, thank you. Where is the library? Real English: hey, how you doing? Good, good. Hey, do you know where the library's at? See the difference? They're saying the same thing, but real English uses contractions, like how are you doing turns to how you doing. Drop sounds, like do you turns to dia, and uses casual grammar, like where's it at instead of where is it. My personal story. I studied Spanish for months using textbooks and apps. I knew hundreds of words. I understood grammar. Then I went to Spain. People spoke to me and I understood nothing. It was devastating. That's when I realized studying words and grammar alone wasn't enough. I needed to train my ears to understand natural speech. Common expressions you won't find in textbooks. No worries, it's all good means don't worry, everything is fine. I'm beat means I'm very tired. It's on my bucket list means something I want to do before I die. I've got a lot on my plate means I'm very busy. It turns out means in the end, I discovered. Practice. Repeat these phrases. No worries, it's all good. I'm completely beat today. That's definitely on my bucket list. Teaching note. These expressions are extremely common, but rarely taught in textbooks.
The key realization. You don't have a knowledge problem. You have an exposure problem. Your brain hasn't heard enough real English to recognize patterns and understand natural speed. The solution? Change what you listen to and how you listen to it. Now, let me explain the exact method that will transform your listening ability. The 3 core principles. Principle 1, consistency. Listen every single day. This is the most important rule. You must listen to English every day for 30 days. Why 30 days? Your brain needs time to adjust to English sounds. Patterns become recognizable through repetition. Daily practice creates a habit. How much time? Minimum 15 to 20 minutes per day. Ideally 30 to 60 minutes. When to listen? While commuting, while cooking, while exercising, while cleaning, before bed. Teaching note. The key is making listening a daily habit, like brushing your teeth. Key vocabulary. Consistency. Daily equals every day. Habit equals something you do regularly without thinking. Consistency equals doing something regularly over time. And routine equals a regular pattern of activities. Commit equals to promise yourself to do something. Principle 2, active listening. Engage with the content. Don't just hear English. Actively listen to it. What is active listening? Technique 1, repetition and mimicry. When you hear a phrase, pause and repeat it out loud. Example, you hear, I'm gonna grab a coffee. You say, I'm gonna grab a coffee. Copy the exact rhythm and pronunciation. Technique 2, note-taking. Write down words or expressions you don't know. Example, you hear bucket list. Write it down, look it up later, then use it in a sentence. Technique 3, context guessing.
If you don't understand a word, try to guess from context. For instance, I was completely broke after that shopping spree. Even if you don't know broke or spree, you can guess it means spending too much money. Technique 4. Focus on patterns. Notice how native speakers link words together. Like, what are you becomes whatcha. Use contractions. Like, I am becomes I'm. And stress certain words for emphasis. Teaching note. Active listening means your brain is working, not just your ears. Practice this right now. I'll say a sentence. You repeat it, copying my rhythm. I'm thinking about going to the movies tonight. Do you want to grab a bite after work? I've been meaning to call you.
Principle 3. Diverse content. Listen to different types of English. Don't just listen to one thing. Expose yourself to variety. What to listen to? 1. Podcasts. Conversational style. Real people sharing stories. Natural speech patterns. Good for understanding rhythm and natural flow. 2. Interviews. Questions and answers. Turn-taking in conversation. Interruptions and overlapping speech. Good for learning how real conversations work. 3. Audiobooks. Clear pronunciation. Complete sentences. Narrative structure. Good for improving pronunciation and vocabulary. 4. Comedy. Jokes and wordplay. Cultural references. Slang and informal language. Good for understanding humor and cultural context. 5. Different accents. American English, British English, Australian English, and various regional accents. Good for preparing for real-world diversity. Teaching note. Variety prevents boredom and trains your ear for different speaking styles. Key vocabulary. Content types. Podcast is audio program you can download. Interview is a conversation with questions and answers. Audiobook is a book read aloud. Accent is how people from different places pronounce English. Narrative is a story being told. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Here's something amazing. When you improve your listening, your speaking improves automatically. Why this works? Your brain is like a sponge. When you hear phrases repeatedly, they become stored in your memory. Later, when you speak, these phrases come out naturally, without thinking. This is how babies learn. Babies listen for 12 to 18 months before speaking. They absorb patterns, rhythms, sounds. Then, speech just happens naturally. You can use the same process. Key vocabulary. The connection. Absorb means to take in and learn naturally. Pattern is a repeated way of doing something.
Internalize means to make something part of your thinking. Spontaneous, happening naturally without planning. Fluency, speaking smoothly and easily. Teaching note: internalize means the language becomes automatic, part of your thinking.
Real-life example. A student listened to podcasts for 30 days. He heard this phrase many times. It turns out he never studied it, never memorized it, just heard it. Then, one day, while speaking, he naturally said, "I was worried about the exam, but it turns out it was easy." The phrase came out automatically because his brain had internalized it. How listening improves speaking. 1. You learn natural rhythm. Instead of speaking like a robot, you speak smoothly and naturally. 2. You learn common phrases. Instead of creating sentences word by word, you use ready-made expressions. 3. You learn pronunciation. Instead of pronouncing each word separately, you link words together like natives. 4. You learn when to use expressions. Instead of just knowing definitions, you understand context and timing. Vocabulary through listening. When you learn vocabulary through listening, you learn so much more than the definition. Example, the word broke. Textbook definition, having no money. What you learn from listening, I'm completely broke. Emphasis word, I went broke after vacation. Past tense usage, I can't go out, I'm broke. Casual conversation. The tone of voice, sometimes embarrassed, sometimes joking. When people use it, after spending money, before payday. Practice these vocabulary-rich sentences. I was completely broke after that shopping spree. I've got a lot on my plate this week. I hit rock bottom, but then I decided to start fresh. These phrases teach vocabulary plus grammar plus context and emotion all at once. The storytelling benefit. By listening to stories, you learn how to express emotions. I was so frustrated. Show change, like I used to be shy, but now I'm more confident. Build suspense, like you won't believe what happened next. Use descriptive language, like the pancakes were steaming with maple syrup dripping down the sides. These skills make you a better speaker. Now, let me give you your complete 30-day plan. This is simple and will fit into your daily life. Your 30-day listening challenge. Week 1. Build the habit. Goal: listen 15 to 20 minutes daily. What to listen to? Start with slower, clearer content. English learning podcasts, audiobooks for learners, clear news broadcasts. Focus. Just get used to daily listening. Don't worry about understanding everything. Week 2. Active engagement. Goal: 20 to 30 minutes daily, plus active techniques. What to add? Start repeating phrases out loud. Keep a notebook. Write down 3 to 5 new expressions per day. Focus. Begin using active listening techniques. Pause, repeat, note take. Week 3. Variety and challenge. Goal: 30 to 40 minutes daily. What to listen to? Add more challenging content. Interviews, comedy podcasts, different accents. Focus. Push yourself slightly.
It's okay to not understand everything. Week 4, integration and assessment. Goal, 40 to 60 minutes daily. What to do? Try having a conversation in English. Assessment. Notice your progress. Focus. See how much easier speaking has become. Daily routine template. Morning, 10 minutes, listen while getting ready. Commute, 20 minutes, podcast or audiobook. Evening, 10 minutes, listen while cooking or cleaning. Before bed, 10 minutes, relaxing English content. Total, 50 minutes spread throughout the day. Where to find content? Free resources. YouTube, podcasts, interviews, stories. Spotify, podcasts. BBC Learning English. This channel, hint hint. News websites with audio, TED Talks. Tracking your progress. Keep a simple journal. Day 1. Understood about 30% of podcast. Day 10. Understood 50%. Recognized more phrases. Day 20. Understood 70%. Could repeat many expressions. Day 30. Understood 85%. Spoke more naturally today. Important mindset. Remember, don't expect to understand everything immediately. Progress happens gradually. Every day you listen, you improve even when you don't notice. Mistakes are good. They show you're trying. This is a marathon, not a sprint. Your mantra, every time I listen, my brain gets stronger. You now have everything you need for the 30-day listening challenge. Quick recap. The 3 core principles. Consistency. Listen every single day. Active listening. Engage with the content. Repeat. Note-take. Guess. Diverse content. Vary what you listen to. The 4-week plan. Week 1. Build the habit 15 to 20 minutes. Week 2. Active engagement, 20 to 30 minutes. Week 3. Variety and challenge, 30 to 40 minutes. Week 4. Integration, 40 to 60 minutes. Key insights. Listening improves speaking automatically. Your brain absorbs patterns naturally. Context teaches more than definitions. Understanding real English greater than perfect grammar. Your challenge. Starting tomorrow, commit to 30 days of daily listening. Mark it on your calendar. Tell a friend. Make it official. What will you listen to for your first day? Write it in the comments. Also, tell me, what's been your biggest challenge with understanding real English conversations? Remember, you're not trying to be perfect. You're training your brain to recognize English patterns. Every minute of listening makes you better. Thank you for spending 30 minutes with me today. I believe in you, and I know you can do this. Start your 30-day challenge tomorrow. I'll be here every day with new content to support your journey. Until next time, keep listening, keep learning, and trust the process. Your ears will thank you.
Hello and welcome to Artificial Fluency. I have a question for you. What is your biggest dream? Maybe it's to travel the world, write a book, or just live a happy, peaceful life. Today, we're going to talk all about dreams and goals. But this isn't just a normal conversation. This is a special lesson designed to test and improve your English level. We will travel through 4 levels of English proficiency, starting at a simple B1 level and moving all the way up to a philosophical C2 level.
You will hear the language get more complex, the sentences get longer, and the ideas get deeper. This is your chance to see which level you understand best and to challenge yourself to reach the next one. Are you ready to level up? Let's begin. And if you're excited for this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. It helps us know you enjoy these structured lessons. We begin at level B1, intermediate. At this level, the language is simple, clear, and direct. The focus is on the basic difference between dreams and goals. The podcast we're analyzing puts it beautifully. Dreams are like the big sky, and goals are the small steps that carry you closer one by one. A dream is your ultimate destination. It's the big picture. For example, one of the podcast hosts, Evan, dreams of living by the sea. A goal is a small, actionable step you take to get there. Evan's simple goal is to save a little money each month. Listen to this B1 example. Aaron's dream is to own a bookstore. His goal is to read for 15 minutes every evening. Teaching note. Notice the simple sentence structure. Subject, verb, object. Aaron's goal is to read. Very clear. This is the foundation. A dream is the what and the why. A goal is the how. Let's practice some B1 vocabulary. Discipline. The ability to control yourself and do things that you should do. Reading every day builds discipline. Motivation. The reason why you do something. Visiting the beach gives Evan the motivation to keep saving. Practice time. Now you try. Think of your dream. What is one small B1 level goal you can set today? For example, my dream is to speak English fluently. My goal is to watch this video to the end. Say it out loud. Okay, are you ready to level up? Welcome to level B2, upper intermediate. Here, the sentences get longer, the vocabulary is stronger, and we start to see natural, common idioms. At B2, we move from setting goals to the real challenge, sticking to them. The main enemies? Procrastination and distraction. Let's look at the key vocabulary and idioms for this level. Procrastination. This is a fantastic word. It means delaying something you need to do, usually because you don't want to do it. The podcast uses a famous idiom. Procrastination is the thief of time. It steals your time because you are wasting it on unimportant things. Distraction. Something that takes your attention away from what you are supposed to be doing. Evan wants to save money, but the temptation of a new phone is a distraction. This leads to another great idiom. Old habits die hard. This means it's very difficult to stop doing things you have been doing for a long time. So, what's the solution? Deadlines. A deadline turns a vague dream into a tangible or real objective. This brings us to our third B2 idiom. A goal without a plan is just a wish. A deadline is a key part of your plan. Practice time. Let's apply this. Look at your B1 goal. Now, give it a B2 level deadline. For example, my goal is to learn 10 new English words. My deadline is by the end of this week. This simple addition creates pressure and pushes you to act. Let's take a quick breath. We've journeyed from B1, where we set simple goals, to B2, where we learned how to fight procrastination with clear deadlines. The language is getting more complex, but I hope you are following along. If you are learning new words and idioms, please show your support by hitting that like button and subscribing to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. It helps us know you enjoy these structured lessons. We make the jump to level C1, Advanced. The language here is denser, the vocabulary is more demanding, and the ideas are more profound and reflective. At C1, we discuss a difficult but essential topic: failure. What happens when your plans don't work? The podcast argues that failure is not just an obstacle, it's an indispensable teacher. Indispensable means absolutely necessary. Failure can be a catalyst for growth. Let's look at the examples. Evan saved money for months, but then his car broke down and dismantled or destroyed his savings. This failure forced him to find smarter ways to manage his money. Aaron received a harsh rejection from a publisher. He felt like he had hit rock bottom, a fantastic idiom meaning he was at his lowest point. But this failure forced him to rewrite his book and make it more authentic. The key message here is about perseverance and fortitude. Perseverance is continuing to do something despite difficulties. Fortitude is courage during pain or adversity. The experience forges or creates your strength. Another great idiom from this section is "the darkest hour is just before the dawn." This is a beautiful, hopeful expression that means things often seem their worst right before they get better. It is time for our final level. Welcome to C2, Proficient or Mastery. Here, we move beyond practical advice into abstract philosophical ideas. The challenge is to understand the deep meaning behind the advanced words. At C2, we ask the ultimate question: what is the true purpose of our goals? What is real success? The podcast critiques conventional success, things like money, prestige, and fame. It calls them ephemeral, meaning they last for a very short time. It warns against hollow victories, wins that feel empty. Instead, it proposes a new paradigm or model for success based on two key ideas: authenticity, living a life that aligns with your deepest values, being true to yourself; legacy, what you leave behind. The podcast contrasts a person who builds a hollow empire with a teacher who shapes hundreds of lives and asks which legacy is more profound or meaningful. The ultimate goal is transcendence, moving beyond superficial measures and ego towards a life of purpose. The final challenge for the listener is a powerful question that makes you think. Are you constructing something enduring and authentic, or are you simply chasing shadows? To chase shadows is to pursue something that is unattainable or not real. We have completed our journey through all 4 levels. We started with a simple B1 goal, learned how to overcome B2 obstacles, found strength in C1 failure, and finally questioned the very nature of success at a C2 level. Which level felt most comfortable for you? Which one was the biggest challenge? It's completely normal if C1 and C2 felt difficult. The purpose of this lesson is to show you the path ahead and give you something to aim for. Your journey to learn English is just like the journey toward any dream. It requires simple goals, the discipline to overcome procrastination, the resilience to learn from mistakes, and a clear idea of why you are doing it. Thank you for leveling up your English with me today. Don't forget to practice by shadowing your favorite sentences from this lesson and leaving a comment below. Keep dreaming, keep setting goals, and keep learning. Until next time.
Hello, my amazing English learners. Welcome back to our channel. I want to ask you something, and please be honest with me. Have you ever started learning English feeling super excited and motivated, but then after a few weeks or months, it started feeling really hard? Maybe you thought, I'm not getting better fast enough, or maybe I'm just not good at languages. If you've felt this way, raise your hand. Even if you're watching this alone in your room. I'm raising my hand too because I felt this way about many things in my life. Today, we're going to talk about something very important: why things get hard when we're learning and how to keep going anyway. This isn't just about English. This is about any challenge in life. We're going to learn powerful vocabulary for talking about challenges, struggles, and motivation. You'll practice phrases for encouraging yourself and others. Most importantly, you'll understand that when English gets difficult, it doesn't mean you should quit. It means you're growing. By the end of this lesson, you'll have the English words to describe your challenges and the motivation to keep going. These are conversations you'll have with friends, family, and even yourself. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us. Let's start with a concept that will change how you think about difficulty forever. I want to teach you about something called the wall. No, not a wall made of bricks. This is a metaphor. Key vocabulary. The wall equals the moment when something becomes very difficult and you want to quit. Resistance is the feeling of not wanting to do something difficult. Stagnant is not moving forward, feeling stuck. Overwhelmed is feeling like there's too much to handle. Teaching note. The wall is a powerful metaphor that learners can use in many contexts. What does the wall feel like? In the beginning, learning English is exciting. You learn new words every day. You feel proud when you understand a sentence. But then, the wall appears. Suddenly, grammar feels impossible. You forget words you learned yesterday. You listen to English and think, I don't understand anything. You feel tired, stuck, and lost. Phrases for describing the wall. I've hit a wall. I feel stuck. Progress feels slow. I'm not improving fast enough. This is harder than I expected. Practice with me. I've hit a wall with my English. Pause. Progress feels slow right now. Pause. Good. Here's the important truth. The wall is not your enemy. The wall is not a sign that you should quit. The wall is an invitation to grow. Teaching note.
Reframing the wall as growth opportunity is crucial for healthy persistence. Think about exercise. When you lift weights, your muscles start to burn. That burning feeling means your muscles are getting stronger. The difficulty is the growth happening. Vocabulary for reframing challenges. Challenge is a difficult situation that helps you grow. Growth is becoming better or stronger. Breakthrough is a moment when you suddenly improve a lot. Edge of comfort zone is the place where easy things end and growth begins. Useful phrases. This challenge is helping me grow. I'm at the edge of my comfort zone. Difficulty means I'm learning. The struggle is part of the process. Common mistake. Don't say, I'm bad at English. Say, English is challenging right now, but I'm growing. Remember, everyone who speaks English well has felt exactly like you feel right now. The difference is they didn't stop when it got hard.
Now I want to tell you about the most beautiful part of learning, invisible progress. Let me share a story. Imagine you plant a seed in the ground. Day 1, nothing. Day 7, nothing. Day 14, still nothing. You might think, this seed is not working. Maybe I should give up. But what's really happening? Underground, invisible to your eyes, that seed is building roots, strong, deep roots. And one day, surprise, a green shoot breaks through the soil. Your brain is like that seed. Every day you study English, even when you don't see progress, your brain is building invisible connections. What invisible progress looks like in English learning? Your brain is connecting new words to words you already know. You're getting used to English sounds and rhythms. Your understanding is slowly getting deeper. You're building confidence, even if you don't notice. Phrases for describing invisible progress. I'm building a strong foundation. Progress is happening, even if I can't see it. I'm growing roots. My brain is working behind the scenes. I trust the process. Practice. I'm building a strong foundation. Pause. I trust the process. Pause. Excellent. The power of small, daily actions. You know what's more powerful than studying English for 3 hours once a week? Studying for 15 minutes every single day. Why? Because daily action builds roots. It builds habits. It builds trust with yourself. Vocabulary for consistency. Consistency is doing something regularly over time. Habit is something you do automatically. Daily practice is doing something every day. Small steps are little actions that add up to big results. Compound effect is when small actions create big results over time. Teaching note: the compound effect is when small daily improvements multiply over time. Encouraging phrases. Small steps lead to big changes. I'm making progress every day. Consistency is more important than perfection. I choose progress over perfection. If you liked this lesson, don't forget to hit the like button, comment, and subscribe to the channel so you can keep improving your English with us.
Let's talk about a different kind of strength.
Most people think strength means doing something big and impressive, but real strength is quieter than that. Real strength is showing up on day 37 when the excitement is gone and you feel tired. Key vocabulary. Show up means to appear, to be present, to not give up. Consistency means doing something regularly, even when you don't want to. Persistence means continuing despite difficulties. Endurance means the ability to continue for a long time. Self-trust means believing in your ability to keep promises to yourself. Teaching note: showing up is a very common phrasal verb meaning to be present or reliable. Think about brushing your teeth. It's a small action that takes 2 minutes, but you do it every day, and that small daily action protects your teeth for your whole life. Learning English is the same. 5 minutes of English every day is more powerful than waiting for the perfect time to study for hours. Phrases for building consistency. I show up for myself every day. I keep my promises to myself. Progress isn't about perfection. I'm building self-trust. Every day, I choose to continue. Practice. I show up for myself every day. I'm building self-trust. Perfect. Redefining success. Instead of asking, how much did I do today? Ask, did I show up at all? Some days you'll study for an hour. Other days you'll just review 5 vocabulary words. Both days are successful because you showed up. Vocabulary for measuring progress. Success means achieving what you set out to do. Achievement is something you've accomplished. Milestone is an important point in your progress. Victory is a success, especially after struggle. Breakthrough is sudden improvement. Important phrases. Showing up is a victory. My best looks different every day. I celebrate small wins. Every step counts. I'm proud of my consistency. The story of Oprah Winfrey. Let me tell you about someone who understood this. Oprah Winfrey was born into poverty. She faced many rejections. She was even fired from a job and told she was unfit for television. But she didn't let failure define her. She kept going. She endured. Today, she's one of the most successful people in the world. Teaching note: this shows that even very successful people faced major obstacles. Vocabulary from Oprah's story. Poverty means being very poor. Rejection means being told no. Fired means losing your job. Unfit means not suitable for something. Endure means to continue despite difficulty. Define means to determine what something means. Key message: endurance is more important than speed. It's more important than perfection. It's more important than natural talent. Phrases for endurance. I endure through difficult times. I don't let setbacks define me. I keep going when others quit. Hard seasons make me stronger. I'm building character.
Finally, let's talk about the most important thing, your why. When motivation disappears, and it will disappear, you need something deeper to keep you going. That something is your why. Vocabulary. Why equals your deep reason for doing something. Motivation equals temporary excitement about a goal. Purpose equals your deeper reason that doesn't change. Anchor equals something that keeps you steady. Metaphor. Drive equals the inner force that pushes you forward. Teaching note. Distinguish between temporary motivation and deeper purpose. The difference between a goal and a why. Goal. I want to speak fluent English. Why? I want to connect with people from other cultures and feel confident expressing my ideas. Your goal might change, but your why stays strong. Questions to find your why. Why does learning English matter to me? How will better English change my life? What becomes possible when I speak English well? Who do I want to become through this journey? Phrases for expressing your why. English matters to me because I'm learning English so that I can. My dream is to. I want to become someone who. This journey is important because. Protecting your why. Write down your why. Say it out loud. Remember it when things get hard. When you feel like quitting, don't ask, is this worth it? Instead, ask, does this still matter to me? If the answer is yes, keep going. Encouraging phrases. My why is stronger than my doubts. I remember why this matters. I hold on to my purpose. My dream is worth the struggle. I have something worth fighting for. You made it through this entire lesson. That itself is proof that you don't give up easily. Remember these key messages. The wall is not your enemy. It's an invitation to grow. Progress is often invisible, like roots growing underground. Real strength is showing up consistently, not being perfect. Your why is stronger than temporary difficulties. Your action plan. Write down your why for learning English. Commit to 10 minutes of English practice every day this week. When you hit a wall, tell yourself, this means I'm growing. Celebrate small wins.
Every day you practice is a victory. Practice these powerful phrases. I trust the process. I'm building something strong. I show up for myself. My why is stronger than my doubts. In the comments, tell me, what's your why for learning English? What keeps you going when it gets hard? Remember, every person who speaks English well has felt exactly like you feel sometimes. The difference is they kept going, and you will too. Thank you for not giving up on yourself. Thank you for showing up today. Keep building those roots. Your breakthrough is coming. Until next time, keep going, keep growing, and keep believing in yourself. You've got this.